Hi guys, welcome back to session 2.8, which is about adding animation, transition, and additional elements to your presentation. The first part is about inserting shapes in text. So text has been mentioned many times as well as shapes. So I'm just going to pick a blank presentation. First, how do we add shapes? We go to Insert, Shapes, and there's so many shapes and signs and stuff to pick. If you notice, this is not a shape, this is a text box. You can basically click onto it, click into the page, and you can just basically insert a text box. Before that, we're just going to insert a shape. We can change the color of the shape as well. So black or white with a green border, orange, yellow, whatever color you prefer. In this case, I'm just going to pick yellow. Now, I'm just going to add text by going to shapes and then text box, or just click text box. And then, yep. You can move this onto here and then write all the information you want. For example, yep, just for this case. And then you just move around the text and the shape. And you can also insert some arrows to define exactly where you mean, or for example, that's where I want it to go. You can also change, so you basically just show like, where you want the arrow to be, where you want this box to be. So for example, I wanted to point to that object, which is just basically a circle. Yeah, for instance. And then I create a new slide to show you more. Next, I'm just going to show you how to add charts. To add charts, you go to Insert, Charts, in the illustration. You can pick column, line, pie chart, bar chart, area. Yep, there's so many different types of charts you can insert, but in this case, I'm just going to pick column. There's also many columns, like the 3 stack column, 300% stack column, whatever you want. In this case, I'm just going to use clustered column, and then click OK. Now you have to wait for a few seconds, and then now your graph, your chart is here. Basically, this is an Excel, and if you have your own Excel, you can basically open that Excel and then highlight all your information you have, delete this, and then insert that instead. So in this case, if I want to change this to food, candy, or vegetable, veggie, or donut, sweets, same as candy, doesn't matter. So I'm just going to delete that column out because I don't need it. Now you can change things. So see, we added food, candy, veggie. Food, candy, veggie. Series is just basically, you can say people who likes people who hates it, and people who thinks it's alright to eat. So, yeah. Yeah. So, this is just to illustrate you how to create a chart. And to change the chart title, you basically just double click the part and say, what do people like eating? For example. You can also change these numbers to, like, for example, that can be 4.9. And then your chart is just going to change automatically. So yeah, if you're done, then just close that. And then you have your wonderful chart. Next is about animation. Animation is just on the panel here. And you want animation with this shape. So you want it to fly in, for example. Before doing anything, if you click to effect, add animation, there are many different things. There's entrance, which is about like selecting animation when an object starts to appear. Emphasis, which is when the slide is being shown on the screen and then this animation is like appearing. Next is exit, which is when an animation that's carried as an object disappears. And motion path is when it's like an animation that shows an object follows a set path around the slide. So these are just 4 different types of animation. To add animation, you just click on one of them. For example, I want that to be fly in, I want my text to be float in, and I want this arrow to be wipe, and I want this circle shape thing to be shape. And I've added animations, so if I double click on either of them, format shape is just going to appear. And format shape is basically, you can adjust things with the animation you have and the shape. And yeah. Next is about transition. Transition is here. It's basically when a slide moves to the other. So this slides appear with a fade. The slides appear with a wipe. So yeah, this is transition. You can also set the transition, for example, if you want it to be maybe 1 second. Yep, whatever. Yep. You can pick whatever you want. And then you can apply it to all of them, to all this. Or not. Really, it depends to you. And next is about previewing effects. So when you view something, you basically go to slideshow. There's 2 things. There's from beginning and from current slide. Normally when you present, you will start with from beginning, but when you preview and starts to look through, you may use from current slide. Next is about sorting slides. To sort out slides, you go to view, and then there's so many things: normal, outline view, slide sorter, which is right here in the presentation views. You click slide sorters. As you have 2 pages, you don't want the first page to be in the first page. You want the first page to be in the second slide. And you want the chart to be the beginning. So you basically move it in here. So now the chart is slide 1, and this information here is slide 2. Now when you're done, you just go to home. Yep. And then when you're done, go to normal, home, and then you can now see that your chart is here. However, you could also do this. Move that in front. Just pull it backwards, forwards. However, when there's more numbers of slides, it's a little bit more complicated. So this is why they have the slide sorter. Lastly is about setting up a slideshow. To set up a slideshow, you basically just go to slideshow and then set up slideshow. So there are a range of options which are available before presenting to an audience. So there's a full screen, which is most sensible option for large audiences. And there's a show options here, which is if a presentation is designed to be repeated, select the option which is loop continuously until ESC. And next is the show presenter view, which is where we're already clicking it, which is basically the presenter view explained in more detail below. So basically it's it shows you the presenter view. And the multiple monitors, it is basically, you can pick if it's automatic or primary monitor is when you have to click to move the slides. And there's pen color, laser pointer color, which is not as important as the ones I've mentioned in detail. So to loop, you basically click that. Yep. So now you've got a presentation with a chart, easy to make, and yeah. So you can see that you have two slides, one with a text and stuff, and it's just wonderful. This is how it's easy, and if you understand the concept, it's just really easy. So yeah, thank you.